Hey everyone, I'm back with more Street Fighter 5. Now, I'm sure some of you have noticed that I changed my profile picture, and if you haven't, well, look, I changed it. So the thing is, the reason I'm bringing this up is because it's kind of important, because this is the first time since I've uploaded videos of Street Fighter that I've changed my profile picture to something that is not Ryu. Because, you know, I've been mainly like Street Fighter based on this channel. But I changed it to Spider-Man. And I did that with good reason. See, the new Spider-Man game comes out in 15 days. And this has been my most anticipated game for the past 2 years. Because you see, Spider-Man is my favorite character of all time. And so when that game comes out, you better believe I'm gonna be playing the absolute crap out of it. And I'm probably gonna be uploading that. I mean, I'm gonna play the story by myself first, because I want to experience it, because it's Spider-Man. And yeah, I'm letting you guys know, you know, I don't want to just throw it out of nowhere and be like, oh hey, here's something completely different. I'm letting you guys know, alright? I love Spider-Man. I have since I was a baby, okay? I'm talking my entire life here. So I'm gonna prioritize that game over everything else in my entire life, because it looks pretty good, and it looks really good actually, and I'm very excited, like ridiculously excited. I've been counting the days for the past 120 days, and it's 15 now, so I'm excited, okay? I'm very excited. So, let's get into the gameplay now. So yeah, the secret's out. I mean, if you've been on my channel for like a year, I did post some videos of me playing Batman Arkham Knight, but they didn't get any views, so I just assumed nobody wanted to watch that, which made me kind of sad, because I like playing those games. But, you know, maybe, I don't know. If you guys don't want to watch Spider-Man, then you're just not going to get anything, because I'm only going to be playing Spider-Man. I mean, I'm what you might call a nerd, because I enjoy comic books and various other comic book based properties. So yeah, the secret's out. I mean, it's not really a secret to any of the people who know me personally, because this is kind of like the only thing I talk about.
Round one.
But you know,
Fight.
it's Street Fighter time right now. Oh crap. Oh jeez. Man, that came out of nowhere. Let's not.
Round two.
Wow, that was
Fight.
a move, to be sure. Man, how can he just do that all the time? Nope! Not this time. Oh, okay. I can't throw fireballs because he's just going to do that every single time.
You lose.
Because that move, it's a one button input. The way it works is that you hold the button down and then you let go of it when you want to do the move. So it's probably easy to do that when you have the charge. So yeah, I won't throw fireballs when I'm close up to him, because he's gonna do that. And it hurts.
Round 1. Fight!
I don't remember Birdie being so plus after that standing light kick. I don't remember that being as good of a move as it is.
Round 2. Fight!
Okay, what is with this guy in the random supers? He's using supers almost purely defensively. Oh, okay, he was too far away. Uh-oh. The one time I don't jump, that's when he does the command grab, man.
You lose.
Like, if you didn't notice, I jumped a lot because I was scared of the command grab, and then I'm finally like, he's not gonna command grab me. And then he command grabs me. I'm so terrible when it comes to guessing command grabs. I always have been, and I always will be bad at that. That's just something I'm never good at. And I need to go with my gut on these things, because there are just so many times where I'm like, oh, he's gonna command grab me, and then I'm like, nah, he's not gonna, and then he does. And then vice versa, where it's like, he's not gonna command grab me. Oh wait, no, he is. I come to that conclusion at the last second, and then jump, and then I get crush countered and die, and it's not cool. I'm terrible at guessing command grabs. That's why I hate characters with command grabs, because it's a guess, and one I'm not good at making. You know, it doesn't matter how good you are with inputting. It doesn't matter how many hours of practice you've put in. Command grabs will just screw you over at any point because they suck. So, yeah, I'm sad. I know a lot of people will say that playing as a command grappler is easy. I don't think it's easy, despite the fact that I hate them so much. It's entirely luck based. You know, it's basically Russian roulette, but instead of a bullet, your skull is getting cracked open on the pavement. Either way, your head's exploded and you're dead. So, you know, this man's name is Flash Kick, and he's playing Sagat. Boy, if you're gonna have a name like that, play Guile. I mean, I understand as a Guile player, you'd want to try out Sagat because they fulfill the same purpose as a very zoning heavy type character. But you can't commit so hard to one name and then play another character very similar to the first one. It just seems wrong to me. Wow, my fist touched him, but apparently it didn't. Oh, he's got the V-trigger too rocking. Let me just activate that as a safekeeping. Aw. I wish I didn't. There we go. You gotta love those charge up guard break moves with Ryu's V-trigger too, because it's like, oh, you played yourself. It's just the perfect counter. I mean, even without the V-trigger too, I could still parry that. I mean, it's just those moves. They pretty much always just get my opponent killed because, you know, when I'm ready for it, I parry him. Yeah, he'll probably be scared of doing it again, though. Nope. No grabs. Ow. He's just kind of sitting on that beat trigger. No. What? I hit him during the charge? I don't think that's supposed to happen. Alright, come here so I can Shoryuken you. Okay, okay. I got a little cocky there. He got very reserved and patient at the end. I was not expecting that. Most of the time, people just go full, just Fury Blitz. Nutso. But this guy gets more patient. I can respect that, though. In fact, I really respect that, because, you know, I'm always expecting the nuttiness. Okay, I need to stop, but at the same time I can't, you know? It's the obligation. What the heck was that? That was nuts. Oh, darn it. That charge was... Thank you! He jumped in. And I got my Shoryuken finish.
You win.
That was nuts, though. I had the few frames of invincibility on the Shoryuken, but he still had the armor, so it just collided. It was crazy. Yeah, that other time I tried to dash in and Shoryuken to catch him, but the charge was slower than I was anticipating, so I just got hit. Because I was like, what was supposed to happen is that it was gonna whiff, and then I dashed in, but, you know, if you have eyes, you could see that that's not what happened. And if you don't have eyes, then I just explained it for you, so there you go. I mean, Sagat has one eye, so, you know, he saw what happened, but not in 3D. Okay. Let me just activate that as a precaution. Well, I picked the right time to go for a cross-up. Nope. No jumpy.
Round 2.
Okay.
Fight.
Super him. I've decided to change how I use meter. Instead of using EX fireballs at every possible position, I'm gonna save it for something better and most preferably go for a super. I used to do that, but I don't know, at some point I was just like, oh, EX fireball is the greatest. And while that is a great move for Ryu, I feel like my overuse of it didn't really help me all that much. So, yeah. And I have to say, these supers are working out to my favor, because, you know, they do a ton of damage. And especially in a matchup like this, where it's, you know, a lot of fireballs, it's very easy to build up the meter. Both kinds of meter, because I can also do the parry. Yeah. Oh, the craziest thing happened to me when I was playing arcade mode earlier. I was fighting Sagat, and he threw his, like, Tiger Cannon blast thing with his V-Trigger 1, which is the 5-hitting fireball. And so, you know, I was parrying it, and then he threw another, and the second one just phased through me. It was so weird. I wish I could have recorded it because it was crazy. But, yeah, I was still parrying the first one, and because it's so fast and has so little recovery, and apparently Sagat does not follow the rules of only one fireball on screen per time, or at a time, it was like, does not compute, fireball doesn't exist. It was weird. Because it wasn't even that the first one phased through me and then I had to parry the second one. No, the second one just, it was a ghost fireball. It was nuts. I wish you guys could have seen it, but no, I'm not really going to record arcade mode unless, you know, I do it from the beginning, and I wasn't just going to be like, how about I record this Sagat match for funsies? No, I wasn't. I wasn't gonna do that. Alright. Sagat, though, his fireballs are crazy in this game. I mean, to be fair, he always has crazy fireballs. That's part of what makes Sagat Sagat. You know, it wouldn't be Sagat without all the tiger. You know, that's how he started. I mean, not in Street Fighter 1, but to be fair, not very many things have been pulled from Street Fighter 1, and for good reason. Like, I don't know if you guys have tried that game on the 30th anniversary collection, but it's bad. Like, the movement, it feels like you move between grid spaces.
Round 1.
It's hard to explain. It's like, I don't know. It's not smooth at all. It's very bad. Uh-oh. Going nuts with the jumps. Hey, I defended against that. Ah, man, this person is incorporating a lot of jumps into their pressure. Uh-oh. Why was that a trade? Can someone explain that to me? Why was that a trade? I did my anti-air Shoryuken. You know, the medium. What was that? Man, these supers are working out. I must say, I'm liking this adjustment. 'Cause that's the thing. Ryu's super, you know, combined with the Shoryuken, it just does a ton of damage. You know, it's not Abigail damage or Balrog damage, but still, it's a lot of damage. Especially with V-Trigger 2, which I didn't mean to pick for this matchup, because there's only one parry scenario against Armika, and that's her drop kick. And if they're smart, they'll know not to do that when I have V-Trigger 2, or bait it out. That very kick that she did at the start of the match that caught me off guard. Alright, get that. Surprise. Okay. Now I did use a bit of meter there, but you know, if I got them in the corner and they're close to stun, that's when I'll use it, because, you know, I want to stun them. What the? Man, that move is really weird. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. This is gonna hurt. I'm okay though. Right, get out of the corner. Oh, my V-trigger didn't activate for some reason. Ah, I did it too early. What was I just saying? One opportunity. And of course I'm gonna take it.
You win.
That's the thing. There are just specific moves that are very easy to parry, and when I have V-Trigger 2 activated, I become incredibly subconsciously aware of those attacks, and whenever I see them, I'm like, oh, V-Trigger 2 now! Because you guys know how I feel about the V-Trigger 2. It may not be the best, but at the same time, it's the best, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying. I mean, that's why I made a montage specifically about it, because I love it so much. I mean, it takes all the problems of Ryu's V-skill, excluding the hefty ending lag, and it just gets rid of them, you know? Like, if you parry a light, you don't have to worry about it not working. They just get wrecked all the same. I love it, man. And it has a little bit faster startup too. It's 2 frames instead of 1. So the only time you'll get hit when you're trying to parry is if it's a meaty, or if you're just really late. There have actually been a couple times where I did get hit in the startup, but like only 3 times that I can imagine. Head nuke. I think I fought this guy before. That name sounds familiar. Alex.
Round
I
1.
don't know what it is about low tiers in this game, but they all seem to give me a lot of trouble. And then the top tiers are actually not that hard, except Cammy. But no one likes Cammy, except for Cammy players. I mean, I get the feeling that some Cammy players don't even like Cammy, you know? That's not what I was expecting at all. Ow! Nope. That's not what I was expecting either, but somehow, despite the fact that he was pretty much in the air, I grabbed him. I got very lucky there. That shouldn't have worked, but it did. Oh crap. I done goofed. Come on, do the stomp. I dare you. Do it. Ow. That's not the stomp. Ow. Oh, that's not the stomp either. He knew I was anticipating it, man. He knew it.
Final round.
So I wish I just had an anti-air that worked against both of those. Because unless you're really fast with it... Oh man, I didn't get the Shoryuken. Unless you're really fast with it, a normal anti-air won't work against the grab version. You'll have to do a light, specifically. Which is not fun, you know. Throw that plasma right into his crotch. That's the thing. Against taller characters, Ryu's fireballs just go straight to their crotch, which is hilarious to me. Because, you know, Ryu is not the tallest guy. You know, he's only 5'9", which is one below the average in America, at least. I know the height differs in different regions and stuff. But, you know, Ryu, he's not super tall. And if you pair that up with a tall guy and the fact that, you know, his hands, when he throws the fireball, are not at head level, you got a recipe for disaster on whoever's on the receiving end of that fireball. That was weird. Ow. Okay. Oh, I didn't need to do that, but I wasn't looking at his health, and I just wanted to make sure.
Round 2. Fight.
Ow. Out of range. Throw him in that corner. Ah! He got on my backdash! Okay, hit him with the super. Activate that. Ah! Not falling for it this time, man. Oh, boy. I knew he was gonna do that. I activated the V trigger too, and I was like, he's gonna use the meter for the jump in special, but he's gonna use it for the grab, because I knew he was gonna do it like he did last time. And while I jumped back in fear because it happened much faster than I was anticipating, I still made the right move. And I think that grab doesn't have a whole lot of recovery to it, so it's better to jump back anyway. I don't know. All I know is that I made the right decision in that short moment, and I'm happy about that. Especially since I just went on a little mini rant about how terrible I am at predicting grabs. So yeah. Also, I'm sure you guys don't care, but I got a new controller for my PlayStation. It's the Magma Red one. It's really cool. You know, I got the blue one before, and you know, I wanted to get a second one, so I got the red one because, you know, red and blue, they go really well together. That's why like 20 superheroes wear that. So yeah, it's cool and I like it, and I'm using it right now. So yeah, alright, I'm not gonna get a match. I was just stalling. You know, I don't say the G at the end of a lot of words that end in ing, but stalling is one that you kind of have to, because the alternative, yeah, Zeku. Oh, it's crazy, whatchamacallit Zeku. I forget what those are, but it's like a fancy show thing. I don't know. It's such a weird costume, and I don't really know why they think that would work for a ninja, because, I mean, you know, Zeku's a ninja. I think it'd be difficult to not spot him in that. Like, that's the least discreet outfit in this entire game, and it's the ninja who's wearing it. That just doesn't make any sense to me. Ow. Whoa, the hurt box. The hurt box! Okay, apparently Zeku's hurt box just vanishes when he does that move. Despite the fact that he clearly does not. Ow. Ow, he's plus after that. I'm gonna back away for a second. Oh crap! He knew. Oh, he messed up. Okay. I don't know where Zeku stands in the tier list since the 3.5 update, because he did get some pretty awesome buffs. I know before everyone considered him like, eh. So I don't know how he is now. I'm assuming he's good, because he got like ultra buffed. He got basically what everybody wants for all the other low tier characters. Like, they didn't just make him stronger, they actually gave him the things that people wanted to see the character have. Like, whoever buffed Zeku just needs to work on the balance for everyone else, because they took a character that had a lot of potential and then just gave him that potential and made him the character that he should have been. Like, I'm not kidding. The hurt box! It just vanishes. I'm expecting him to do that move because he keeps on doing it. Oh no, he blocked the overhead! That was really good! I can see why this man is a grandmaster. Or woman, I don't know. Don't assume genders, man! It's 2018! No. Enough of that. Ow, that was fast. Let me just hop out this corner. Oh, not enough meter. Ah, crap. I could have anti-aired him there. I just wasn't expecting that. He's jumping a lot.
Final round. Fight.
Bam! I saw that shimmy. Darn it, that was supposed to be a... I thought he was going to do a super. I know that slide is coming. Okay. I should probably just jump instead. That's a lot safer. Oh crap. I'm not okay. Wow, that has much more range than I thought it did. Well, that was fun. Very close. Very close. It's my favorite match is one where it's just like... That's just such a weird costume, though. Like, I think it's his 30th anniversary costume. I could be wrong. But I know they gave him that costume for like a fancy occasion. I will say though, I think the character who got the best 30th anniversary costume was Guile, because he just gets this really formal soldier suit, and I don't know, it's a really cool costume. And I think if you input the code, you can take off his hat so you can see his crazy hair again, because you know, Guile, of course, has the flat top of all flat tops. You know, it goes up like several inches. Yeah, I once saw a picture where someone photoshopped Guile's hair to also be his beard, and it just looked hilarious. Alright, Balrog. And it's sellout Balrog. I will say, though, that Balrog having a bull on his outfit makes a lot of sense. You know, it doesn't even look like sellout Balrog. It just looks like a different look for Balrog. It just so naturally is woven into his outfit. Because, you know, he's like... I think one of his nicknames is the Raging Bull. Because, you know, he charges at you all the time. So, you know, it makes sense. But, you know, Ryu having that on his gi, that doesn't make sense. And this guy is like trying to whiff punish all my moves with a sweep. Ow. Landing those crazy parries. Uh-oh. Man, why does Balrog have to have such a really good, easy anti-air? Get out of the corner. No, nah! Wait. How am I alive? I thought for sure I was dead because of the misinput. What's going on today? Okay, no parry. Ah! I got Balrogged. Wow, that was so... Why did he go for the super? I'm assuming he probably wanted to do something beforehand, but even then, like, I was one hit away from death. That was unnecessary. Whew. Landing the crazy parries. He should have gone for the low. That probably would have caught me. I do want to say though, I think it's absurd that Balrog can cancel into his overhead from his low rush charge punch. Like, man, how are you supposed to see, oh, the low rush, I gotta block low, and then immediately afterwards be like, oh no, he's doing the overhead instead? That's nuts. That's too much power. Ow. I thought that was going to be a cross-up. Alright, Balrog and your stupid anti-air. You're supposed to have weak defense. You have, like, the easiest anti-air in the whole game. Whew. That command grab barely missed me.
Round 2. Fight.
Ow. The charge punch is only safe at a certain distance, so you can't just be doing it all the time. Okay. That hit him, wow. This isn't going to. It almost did, wow. Oh wow. I'm glad I threw a slow fireball. I always throw a slow fireball after a super. It just either they jump over it and then I can dash forward and anti-air them, or they'll just get hit by it and then I can approach them, or you know, they'll block it. It just always seems to work out when I throw that slow fireball after the super. Because, you know, they get launched really far away from Ryu, so you can't dash in and try and go for pressure. You know, unless you have them towards the corner. But, you know, they're pretty much sent at full screen. So when you throw that slow fireball, you still have a bit of advantage afterwards. So, yeah, it never fails me. My favorite occasion, or favorite situation that has occurred when that happened, is I threw the slow fireball after the super. My opponent had just pretty much 1 health left. They had the pixel, and I dashed up to him, did Ryu's crouching light kick, and it knocked him out. I do have that uploaded, but that's just, it's one of my favorite moves to KO with someone, because it's like Ryu's weakest looking move, and so to just barely tap someone basically and then be all like, no, it's hilarious to me. Because, you know, every time someone gets knocked out, they always have this dramatic little thing where it's just like, damn it, or, you know, whatever. I was careless. And so just to have that occur due to the tiniest little tap, it's funny to me. Because there's 2 ways to make a KO satisfying. You either make it just absolutely ridiculously powerful and just painful looking, or you make it ridiculously weak looking, and then the fact that your opponent was knocked out because of that, that's just, It goes both ways with that kind of stuff. Hey, got a match. I managed to talk my way to another match. Alright. Oh, Vega. Vega, man. Again, he's a low-tier character that gives me trouble. It's mainly because of all his long-ranged buttons, though, and especially with his move that goes right through fireballs, it can be difficult for Ryu to deal with that. But you can jump in on him easily. That's for sure.
Round 1.
That's a fancy-looking outfit. Can't jump in on me easily, though. Man, that's right. I don't get enough pressure for my standing hard punch after a grab anymore. Thanks, Capcom. Most unnecessary nerf of 3.5. Like, who is complaining? Ryu gets too much pressure after his grab. No one. No one. That was a Season 1 complaint. How did it make its way back to Season 3? I always forget he can use his V-trigger as an anti-air as well. Mainly just because his V-trigger really sucks. A lot of the one-use V-triggers aren't very good. Because it's like, oh, you get one neat little exchange because of it. That's it. That's all you get. One good anti-air, one move through a fireball. Wow, that reached me. Alright. This guy, like any Vega player, loves to mash buttons on Wake Up. I don't know what it is about Vega, but they just always love to do that. And then he just backs off after my axe kick, which is -2. A situation where he should actually press a button. Oh crap! I thought I'd have to compensate for the fact that I was so close to the corner by doing a faster version of Shoryuken. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? I wasn't even at chip range. Like, if that would have chipped me, yeah, I would have gotten it. But what was that? Okay, Vega, can you stop just nailing me from full screen? Oh, my finger slips. Oh, it missed. What did I say about Vega's V-trigger sucking? Oh man. No. No grab. Man, he keeps backing off whenever I'm -2. Like, Wake Up, that's when he presses buttons. Minus, that's when he doesn't. Darn it, he keeps baiting out my anti-airs. That's my biggest weakness. When you're at just that area where it's impossible to tell whether it's gonna hit or not, and if you attack, the attack's gonna hit me, but if you don't, then my anti-air just misses. I hate it when people do that. Alright, I'm gonna start anti-airing him with standing hard kick or something, because it's costing me the game. I always hate it when that happens, because it's like I did the right thing there. You know, I tried to anti-air him, but it failed. Ow. Man, I'm dead. I'm not dead. Man, if he didn't side switch 50 times, I would have been able to anti-air him.
Fight.
What is with these crazy cross-ups, Vega? Vega's like the anti-air character right now. I kept trying to activate V-Trigger. I'm telling you guys, I hate Vega. I don't care that he's low tier. He's just... Those buttons, they really aggravate me because I can't do anything about them. Like, if I had a good fireball, you know, maybe I could. But, again, he has that move that goes through fireballs. And my fireballs just suck. So that's also something I need to worry about. The main thing, though, is just his air game. Every time I tried to anti-air, it failed. He was either 2 centimeters too far away, or he went from right to left, back to left, then right again. I've always hated his dive move, because I hate all types of dive moves when they have control over which side they can go on, because you can't tell until they're right above you, and at that point you don't have enough time to do the input, so you just do it in the direction you're facing and hope for the best, and 90% of the time it doesn't work out. Like with Bison's EX Stomp thing, it's impossible to anti-air that. I mean, one, it's invincible throughout 90% of its animation, which is like, why? That shouldn't be a thing. And two, it's just like sometimes he even goes behind you, other times your anti-air, since it is invincible, will just go right through it, and then he just ignores it. I don't like moves like that. Alright, I should probably cut and then immediately come back so it doesn't like cut at an inappropriate time, because I'm probably reaching the maximum record length, because I can only do like 15-30 minutes at a time. I don't know. Laura, alright.